welcome to the Business Lens, the flagship podcast series of the Entrepreneurship Cell, the Department of Business Economics. At ECell DBE, we proudly call ourselves the innovation catalyst because we believe in fueling ideas, inspiring action, and shaping the leaders of tomorrow. I'm Simran Khurana, and with me is Vishu Chauhan. And today we are here for an exciting episode where we delve deeper into the world of strategy, innovation, and leadership. Without further ado, let's get started.
So, today on our podcast, we have a change maker, a founder who believes sometimes the toughest battle leads us to our true purpose. And we are honored to have her amongst us. Let me introduce to our audience our esteemed alum, Miss Anju Kalhan, ma'am, the inspiring founder of Bliss by Anju, a brand born not out of business idea but out of necessity. When people battle high BP, thyroid, or diabetes, what do they usually do? They go to doctors and submit themselves to medicines. But our speaker today chose the road less taken. She decided to take control. What started as a personal experiment in her kitchen soon transformed into a movement, creating wholesome plant based snacks made with love, purpose, and mindfulness. From launching the brand in 2018 to winning the PBFI award and becoming the advisory board member of the Plant Based Food Industry Association, ma'am have redefined the meaning of wellness entrepreneurship. Today, we will dive into her journey from reversing her own health struggles to building a brand that stands for health, purpose, and community. We welcome you, ma'am, to our first episode of our podcast, The Business Lens.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. And it's like bringing back old memories. And so look forward to your questions.
Sure. All right. So before we dive deeper into your journey and Bliss by Anju, let's take a step back today. Today, you're here as a speaker on our podcast. But long time ago, you were right here as a student in our department. First of all, how are you feeling today?
Nostalgic, excited, and bringing back a lot of memories.
So it's like always nostalgic to see everything from that side.
Yes.
Since you have lived through this campus life, I'm a little curious when you look back, what part of the college years play in shaping your journey? Were there some experiences, the mentors that really stayed with you and influence the choices that you're making right now?
I really feel I could not remember any kind of mentor that time. We just were so seriously, I'm talking about myself, very serious about studying, always, in the class. What came with me were a very close circle of friends. They were always together. We are still together. And we all had our first job, which was in Associated Chambers of Commerce. So, five, six of us together we went and we have stayed together after 35 years also. So, the guiding, the advising, the friendly, ideas, it's all.
So,
Yeah.
so according to you, how important is a friend circle and choosing the right friend circle in college?
It is really very important. You don't really choose, you really get. If you keep looking for them, it will be very hard. And you have to be just open, and whatever you get, I think you always get that, whatever you desire.
So I think that's so relatable when we don't realize the value of these experiences that like later helps on.
Absolutely. That time they were just, we were studying together, we had our courses together, but that is really long lasting. It also depends on you, how much are you giving.
All right. So you just mentioned that you started your career as a corporate economist.
Yeah.
What drew you to that field that time?
So that time, my specializations were econometrics and statistics. Basically, they were research based. For me, I'm a very creative person, and I had always wanted to dig something, research something, bring something new. So that is how I went to a corporate economics uh, stream where it was, and to ASOCHAM where it was like a lot of research that point of time.
That makes sense. That means that the corporate life have given you that much of solid foundation before you enter into entrepreneurship now.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. So, but there'll be some point in life where we feel that corporate life is like often provides us the stability. But at was that one point you felt like that this isn't enough? You want to do something more of yours.
So, as I told you, being a creative person, I used to really get bored doing things, and a lot of monotony comes into the corporate jobs. That same work timings, the same people around you, the same issues about whatever area you're handling. But I always wanted some kind of newness in everything. So I as a person, I get bored very fast. So I wanted to do something new always. So this has given me a lot of freedom.
And that's so powerful. It's amazing like how personal experiences can transform new lives. Before coming on to Bliss, do you remember the exact moment or situation where that idea of Bliss came to you?
Absolutely, absolutely. The idea of bliss, I've been always a very picky eater. And being a picky eater, I always used to go to big stores and stores selling organic products or in the organic section. So I used to pick up a lot of products which were, made artisanal products, which were not like big FMCG products and all. So those products, if I used to pick them up and I used to open घर पे जाके and then used to eat. They were not tasty. I used to pass on to my staff or anybody else, but I would not eat. So that kind of vacuum and a gap I always saw in the market, that a healthy food is not tasty enough.
That's so
That
real.
got me to this.
So, ma'am, before we dive deeper into understanding the bliss by Anju, I want to set up a context for our audience. So, I made my whole research team research this all night regarding the various numbers and health problems that India is going right through. So, when it comes to health in India right now, the numbers are honestly quite alarming. Close to 90 million adults are living with diabetes. That's roughly 1 in every 10 people. And every single day, ma'am, 10,000 new people are diagnosed. Coming to hypertension and high BP, it's also not very far behind. Nearly one third of adults, especially in stressful cities like Delhi, Mumbai, and Calcutta, are suffering from this ailment. But what's more alarming for our country and our nation is that it's not just adults. Childhood obesity is quietly growing into a big problem. According to the government surveys like the NFHS, the percentage of overweight children under 5 has more than doubled in just few years. It was 1.5% earlier and now it's 3.4%. And this change may sound light right now, but considering the population of our country, it's very alarming. And how this thing get this way, that's quite astonishing. People are not focusing on the main problem. The big part of that story is that what's on our plate, and many kids are growing up eating ultra processed snacks, sugary drinks, and fried foods. Even UNICEF and many studies have pointed out the same thing, that sooner we get children eating more fresh, minimally processed, and plant based diets, that will lead to less lifelong diseases. But what our team believe is that our country is still long way from that, and our schools, canteens, and households still have those unhealthy foods. Now, we know that many startups and many founders like you, ma'am, are bringing the change and taking the tougher road to working and rebuild this trust in what we eat. So, based on this context, we have few questions aligned for you. One of them being is that you have built the startup around offering clean, plant-based snacks. With stats like 10,000 new diabetes cases appearing every day, where do you see your work fitting in the bigger fight for this public health in India?
So this question is like a very long question. A lot of aspects are to be covered in this, where while I'm trying to answer one by one. You talked about problems of diabetes, high blood pressure, heart problems for adults. Then you talked about a problem which is with children, which is obesity. And then you talked about the country as to how bliss comes into a role on this.
Yes, ma'am.
So, one, I want to make it very clear that the problems of diabetes, heart ailment, thyroid, high blood pressure, it is all there due to lifestyle.
Okay.
It will be healed by changing your lifestyle. This is a result of the lifestyle problem. It is a lifestyle. So you have to correct the problem. The problem is your lifestyle. Having said that lifestyle, I always talk about an approach which is a very powerful lifestyle. So when you talk about powerful, I just give you a little more insight into what powerful means for me. Being a powerful, being in a powerful lifestyle. So for that, P stands for plant-based.
Okay.
Plants. O is organic. W is whole. As whole as you can eat, as the nature gives you. If you are near to that, you are a part of powerful lifestyle. E is exercise. R is rest.
Okay.
F is fasting. As food is important, the fasting and the time gap between your food is equally important. U I'm talking about is a very, very essential part, which is unity in community. That is how I take part in a lot of community talks, lot of potlucks, lot of walks, lot of yoga sessions in open, talking about this problem, which is a lifestyle issue. And then L is laughing out loud. Everything is into each other. If you are doing all of this, you are in a very powerful lifestyle. This has to be told, and that is what I keep doing in my bit as a person, holding workshops, holding food demo workshops, how the food needs to be cooked without oil, without dairy. People don't know about it. And then this problem, as I can solve, I'm just doing it as a community work.
But ma'am,
For children,
yeah.
yeah, sorry.
So, ma'am, but with this busy life schedule that we as MBA students are also very busy. We don't have time to take care of what we are eating, at what time we are eating, and what time we are sleeping. And as you're also an entrepreneur, the biggest line that is used by every entrepreneur is that you should have a hustle culture. You should work till now 12 hours. You should not sleep at night. So, at one perspective, we are promoting that you should be awake all night, you should be working 24 hours. And on the other perspective, you are saying that we should have a complete diet, we should have a complete sleeping plan, we should change our livelihood. So, where should a person think about, and where should a person go towards?
For me, it is really very simple. It is basically live as nature wants you to live. Nature wants you to get up early in the morning. Nature wants you to sleep when it is dark. If you're following that, if you're eating what nature gives you, you will never have this kind of a hustle in your mind. Who is saying what? Just listen to your own self. Don't keep listening to people asking for 20 hours of work in a day, not sleeping at all, sleeping in the morning hours. No, if you're doing that, there is a long gestation period between people. So you will find all those people who are not well or who are having, our parents or your parents, that age which is about 70 plus or 80 plus or 90 plus, they are having these problems.
Okay.
Because how they were like you when they were in 30s and 40s.
Okay.
Working all the time, not even thinking about their food. And even I had talked about that there is a role of DNA, but the DNA is a gun. The trigger is your lifestyle. If you can change what your parents, if they have any ailment, what eating, you can talk about the change, how they can bring it. So a very, very important part is just live as nature lets you be.
That's a very powerful quote. I'm going to write it everywhere. Coming to the another part of your startup, that is the healthy foods. And there are always three roadblocks that I've seen in every startup which promotes healthy food. One of them is that they're either too pricey, they don't taste great, or people just don't trust them because people use very clever marketing strategies to promote their products. And instead of they say 100% pure, but it's not 100% pure, there are preservatives mixed in it. So in your journey from 2018 till now, which one of this has been the hardest to get past, and what did you do about it?
In my journey, the hardest to get past was not that people were believing in it, just that they had to be convinced a lot. Uh, the question which came every time when I am offering snacks or cookies, क्या आप ये खाते हो?
Yeah.
ये आप खाते हो? And I very proudly say that yes, ये मैं खाती हूँ. If any other person from any other industry, if they can proudly answer this, that what they're making and selling for people, are they having it? If they say yes, the product is definitely good and trustworthy. You have to trust the founder. You have to just see from where the product is coming. And the same is for the fruits and vegetables.
Yes, ma'am.
So many times the product is written organic. You don't know. You really don't know whether the product is organic or not. And you for me earlier there used to be days when I was small. Know your doctor, uncle. There used to be a doctor in every neighborhood who used to be a go-to doctor, be it illness, be it fracture, or be it any kind of problems. There was only one doctor. Now there are so many specializations. It was only one doctor. Know your doctor, uncle. Now I always keep talking. Know your farmer. You
Okay.
should be able to go to farmers markets. There are amples of farmers markets around, and be very, very friendly with your farmer because he will take you to his farm if you have time. Know the farm from where the products are coming. Know, because especially things where when you're having raw, which we generally promote that you should have raw vegetables and fruits, you should be having it as far as possible organic. So know your farmer is the new mantra now.
We will definitely follow that. So one of the another problem that I've seen, especially during my school time as well, is that whenever you go to school or consider our canteen as well, you will probably see samosa, colas, and chips everywhere. So if you had a chance to redesign what goes into Indian tiffin box or say our stomachs, which can help kids or uh, early adults avoid say diabetes and high BP, what would you pack in it?
In a tiffin box for school kids,
Yeah.
I would like to pack my cookies, which are chana cookies, which are a lot of plant protein. It has a sweetness of a date and a jaggery, no refined. And in case a child is not eating rotis every day or paranthas every day, they are looking for other options. If the two cookies they are having, it is more than enough for their energy levels and protein levels. And of course, the kitchen, the school canteens needs to be changed. There should be more of the fresh food options available. Everything okay, but the food has to be very tasty. नहीं तो बच्चा खाएगा नहीं.
That's the most important thing. So, as I mentioned earlier, also in my data that I provided you, that childhood overweight has doubled in past few years, in last say 20 years. So, if any parents that are listening to us in the podcast right now and want to make their home very healthier, what are the three simple changes that you could make in the kitchen this week that will make their kitchen more healthy and can help their children from diabetes and these diseases?
Sure. So there could be many, many changes, but the three changes which come to my mind is one, throughout all the packets of ultra processed gujiyas and chips and butter cookies, throughout everything. What you have to replace it with, it could be makhanas which are roasted, some kind of trail mixes that parents are making, some kind of granolas that parents are making. We bring to them a lot of nut mixes and granolas which are with no oil. This has to be replaced as a snack. And the fridge, your refrigerator should be filled with fruits, should be filled with a variety of vegetables. If a child is not eating, let's say, any kind of vegetable, try to make that vegetable differently.
Okay.
Don't give him that kind of a ghiya sabji if he's not liking. Give him a ghiya kheer. Give him a ghiya ice cream. So try to get that differently made vegetable or differently made fruit so that they get into the habit. It is just a habit forming. It has to be tasty. Again, I'm going to that.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, there's another perspective of people that healthy snacks is a luxury item. Do you believe that? Is it a luxury item?
It is a luxury item right now. Why luxury item? Because there is not so much of demand. People don't know. And the price is relatively higher than any mass product because it is a question of demand and
Yes,
supply.
ma'am.
It is a question of how much clean ingredient that you are putting in, and it is a question of how much refined you are putting in.
Okay, ma'am.
So the refined, the overprocessed, the maida is so much cheaper than if you go for the nuts and seeds, any kind of trail that you are talking about.
Like, ma'am, I was checking the prices of all the items
Yes.
that you have brought today. The average price was around rupees 500, average order price.
Yeah.
So in future, if the demand increases,
Yeah.
would that would these products which are oil free and preservative free can be affordable and as popular as rupees 10 rupees chips packet that is found in canteen?
See, 10 rupees, I really don't know. It's a big question mark. It is not a product which is just made for masses.
Yes, ma'am.
And having said that, of course, there was a lot of big duty on the GST, which has been reduced from 18% to 5%.
Yes, ma'am.
The prices will automatically come down. And as the product becomes more in demand, definitely the pricing, if I have to stay in the market, we have to be a price competitive product.
Okay. So another aspect is that we understand the ingredients. We know what is good for us, what is bad for us. But for people who are of young age and people who don't understand ingredients well, what should they look out for? And in behind the packet and see whether it's healthy or not.
So people should look out for any kind of ingredient that they could relate with. If I say it contains turmeric, it contains chilies, it contains black seeds, kalonji. Everyone in the kitchen, not only the children, the mothers and the grandmothers also relate because it is there in their spice box. You should always look for things which you cannot just relate with. If there is some kind of another name for any sugar or any chemical used in that, just go research that. Everything is available on the Google. You just research that kind of a difficult term which you have never heard about and try to avoid that product.
Let me go a bit controversial. So we did a bit of research and we found out that right now brands, big brands like Amul are pushing protein enriched food everywhere.
Yeah.
From milk to ice cream to their lassi also. But there's another research hinting that eating too much of processed protein might not be great for long-term health. So, from your position as a wellness entrepreneur, do you feel that this protein craze is really benefiting people, or it could just be another overhyped trend that is happening in the market right now? And what are your views on this? Should everything have protein in it? Because we have always been told that eat proteins that will make you more energetic, that will make you give you more, uh, keep you more healthy.
This topic is here, so close to my heart. Because this question that tum anda nahi khati ho, that I've heard about it from my own family. दूध नहीं पीती हो, मीट नहीं खाती हो, तो प्रोटीन कहाँ से आए? Dive down into any plant and vegetable. Everything has protein in it. Pick up any beans, pick up any greens, pick up any kind of lentil, any kind of peas. Everything has soy. They are all plant protein. And coming to various companies which are making more protein available in their products, I have one simple question to all of them that I agree India is a protein deficient country. Having said that, with so much of population, there is a mass population who does not even have a one-day meal.
Yes, ma'am.
There is so much of poverty. Those people have largely, they are protein deficient because khana nahi hai. And when the companies are coming up, covering that aspect of protein deficiency and putting in proteins in their luxury products, how much of this luxury of extra protein, who is eating that? Are the people, the poor children, they are eating that? Or are the people who have already the abundance of everything? खाना कमी नहीं है, जोमेटो से मंगाओ, कोई कमी है ही नहीं. उनको अगर आप डबल प्रोटीन और दे रहे हैं, that becomes an imbalanced product for
Okay.
your body. If I am having nothing to go against anyone, but just as a logic of a natural food comes in, and just to talk about it, if you're having a pea mutter,
Yes, ma'am.
have it as a mutter comes to you. It will have a lot of vitamins, minerals, and a lot of proteins also. If I am having pea protein and not the mutter as mutter, what is happening? If I'm having a product which nature gives me, my body is in balance. If I'm having just the pea protein, I'm creating an imbalance in my body.
Okay.
Taking just one kind of protein into me, or maybe a supplement, which is, if I'm deficient, if I'm not able to eat food, if I'm on bed on pipes, you give me a supplement. You take any kind of supplementation, only it is no replacement for a diet, a good diet. No. If you are having a very good diet, you should not be taking any kind of supplements. If you are deficient in your diet, of course, you have to supplement. Is a supplement to your food. It is not the food.
Okay, ma'am.
That should everyone should realize.
So, ma'am, there's a major debate that is going in around the world that is regarding protein. So you have earlier mentioned in your answer that we need to have different type of proteins and not only one type of protein in our body. But right now there's a very big debate happening in US, in India also, between vegan and non-veg people. People say that we won't get that much protein from a vegan plant-based diet as compared to the non-veg diet. So, what are your opinions on that? Should athletes focus on non-veg diet, or they can get proteins from vegan or vegetarian diet as well?
Okay, so your protein question is very dear to me. It is often asked for people who are going plant based. I will give one simple answer which everyone could relate to. The cricketer, whom I'm talking about,
Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli. He's vegan, he's plant based, and has his any kind of performance, what he was eating then and now, in any way, kind of improved his
Physique and
skills
fitness.
or decreased his skills. It has only improved.
Hmm.
It gives you the diet which comes in naturally, is a plant based whole food diet. I am not even so much in favor of veganism.
Okay.
This is a step up from veganism. Having a Coke and chips are vegan, but they're highly processed and not good for body.
Yes, ma'am. That's true.
So if you go a step up, which includes a lot of fiber, then you are in a good health.
I'm coming to another part. We see a rise of health conscious individuals after the pandemic. So you started in 2018. So what about the sales that happened prior the pandemic and the sales after the pandemic? And do you think this curve will only grow, or will it get stagnated, or will go downwards in future?
So I started, yes, before the pandemic. The sales were not that much.
Okay.
People were hardly aware about any kind of health food. And the only thing which I was getting the answer was the market is full of these, and we are happy with our lifestyle of late night parties and everything.
Okay.
So it only improved after pandemic. And also the time in the pandemic, when you would have also noticed that when everyone was homebound, they started experimenting with their own skills in the kitchen.
Yes, ma'am.
There were so many companies. There were especially so many home cooks that came up that time.
Yes.
They know themselves that they can make for so many other people and support so many other households. And these companies which have grown that time have really grown better. This is not a phase. It's a phase to stay, and it will be growing better and better.
Okay.
And there will be there is growing health awareness, and it will grow.
Let's talk about your journey now. Like, how did Bliss by Anju started until now? Like, how it has been.
Okay, so there is a long story cut short. I started in 2018, that you all know. I started with a perceived health opinion that A2 ghee and A2 milk are healthy, that mustard oil is healthy, and anything fried in mustard oil is healthy. I had a lot of products which were like laddus, the cookies, uh, the savories, all fried, all made in ghee and dairy. While I was making all that, thinking I'm making something healthy for the market, for the masses, and I was having my own issues with health, which were high blood pressure, severe migraine, lot of sinusitis, and it used to be growing so bad that even a painkiller would not even reduce it. I was on injections whenever this bout of migraine came. So it was so bad. And somewhere when I got connected to health coaches, I started reading more about the whole food plant based coaches, their books, and I started dropping one by one from my diet, the dairy altogether, the oils altogether. When I did say dairy, the ghee altogether. And I also started with a lot of greens in my diet, having green juices, having green leaf salads. And what magic was happening in my body, your the blood pressure started dropping on its own.
Mhm.
There was no pain of migraine, and I have healed my 30-year-old blood pressure issue through the change to the plant-based whole food diet. And it's been almost 3 years. I am without any kind of medication. I am without any kind of pain of migraine. And not only me, I have healed my own family staying around, like my mother and my lot of relations and my friends. Even they were cancer patients and recovering from cancer. They have healed, changing their diet. It is so powerful. The question came, when I'm not having ghee, why am I making ghee biscuits and laddus? That was the time I realized that I need to change my product profile. Okay. I eliminated ghee altogether. I eliminated all the fried snacks from my product range, and I started making without ghee, without oil, without dairy, without gluten. Because somewhere when I'm having this, my parents are having this. And this is what is the awareness that if you have any Bliss by Anju snack, you will never ever have any kind of lifestyle issue with the snack.
That's an amazing, so an aspiring journey. But ma'am, one thing that you mentioned in your answer was that you helped cancer patients in healing.
Yeah.
So I didn't get like how this change in diet helped them out, and what our audience can learn, like changing this diet can also help in these kind of diseases as well.
So cancer, so we going back to the root cause, how cancer happens. It is most of it is happening because of the animal protein
That's
that
true.
comes into the body.
Yes, ma'am.
So the animal protein is the excess protein that keeps on depositing. And what kind of cells are growing in the body are the cancer cells. I have cancer cell in my body. You also have. You also have. But somewhere, if we are on the natural diet, that cell is giving birth and is dying as a natural way. But if I am supporting that with animal protein, especially dairy and any kind of animal fat, it will start to grow. And when it grows, what grows? Your cancer cells only.
That's true. Yes, ma'am.
So once you start eliminating the animal protein and dairy from your diet, and the extra processing of the snacks from your diet. And if you change your diet to leafy vegetables and fruits, your ailment only heals.
Okay.
It is cancer is a big part of lifestyle ailment.
That's true. Many doctors have said that change your lifestyle, you can avoid cancer as well.
And also, it completes the whole food chain altogether.
It completes the whole food chain altogether, and also, somewhere live the way our ancestors used to live.
Okay, ma'am.
Move the body. And there is an argument, which can be your next question, that my grandfather lived 90 years on milk, on ghee. He was okay. And why should you tell me to stop ghee and milk? How is it bad? So the answer is that live the way than your grandfather was living. Maybe
Okay.
my grandfather, I know he was on a cycle, and he used to, there were no big multi stores. If he has to buy a vegetable from that corner, he will go. So the buying vegetables only was a half day activity. It was so much of a physical activity around. And my grandmother used to sit down on the floor to make chapatis and to make rotis.
Yes, ma'am.
We are where are we moving our bodies? All the time we are, and our staff is bringing a lot of things to us. We are not moving. Are we living the way our grandfathers were living?
Definitely
No.
not.
And is the food as pure at that time as
Mm.
we get now?
Definitely.
Things have really changed, so that argument is not holding good.
Okay.
Okay, that's truly inspiring, ma'am. But like every journey comes with its own shares of ups and downs. So for you, what were the three biggest challenges where you feel like giving up, where you feel like the things are not working up for you?
For me, there was never ever a challenge to give up, because something which I have started is from my heart, and I always have seen a purpose behind it. And my purpose is much more, even if I talk about cash flows and profits. Right now, I am just living with the purpose. And because I'm getting so much of testimonials and return customers, that keeps helping me going marching forward.
That's really inspiring. It feels like persistence really does make a difference.
Yes.
Looking back, what has been your proudest moment as a founder?
My proudest moment as a founder is doing an R&D for my products. And the products, the snacks which I am bringing to the market, they are so tasty that people cannot even for a minute tell me that it is plant-based, it has no ghee, it has no oil.
Coming to your products, ma'am, I really loved your packaging that you have done with the products.
Thank
So,
you.
so do you think packaging matters a lot if you're selling these type of products? And how do you decide your packaging design and color combination? Because I guess it plays a very important role for any product.
Yes. Packaging, yes, we have changed the packaging, and I am just introducing my new packaging to you now. It
Okay.
is not there in the market right now. We have just launched these.
So this is a launch video.
Yes, this is the launch video also, and I thank you for that. And so these packaging matters, yes, and this packaging change in the package has come from the customer only.
Okay.
Because then, when they were trying to gift some kind of snacks, they saw and they told me, Anju, your package, your whole branding looks too simple. And I just thought of colors which are like very happy colors, and they're not like over the top, very bright colors, as is most of it is from my thought that it has to be some kind of an earthy, because the product is artisanal.
Okay.
So we just try to change the products and packing. And you like them?
Yes, ma'am. It's really amazing and eye-catching, and it will really work out in shelves. It is shops. Coming to ma'am your product, if I consider this grain-free granola,
Yeah.
so what are the major components that are in this product, and how much protein or how much good diet I can get from eating them, for say, for example, my breakfast? So, can you share about these things?
Yes. So you will, as you roll the product information, as the country and everyone is protein fancy, I have written the protein and fiber. You can read out for me.
Okay, ma'am. So, major protein, it consists of almond, cashew, sunflower seeds,
What's
watermelon seed.
the line of proteins?
31 grams and fiber 7 grams per 100 grams. Okay, ma'am. So I understood that one of the way of selling a product is through storytelling, and your way of storytelling is to share your personal story and how it changed yourself. So, do you think you are able to build more trust than other startups that are in this space right now because of your personal story, and how much it helps in the longer run?
So storytelling, yes, definitely it helps. And the story has to be real. You cannot fool a customer for long. Your story, when people see me talk, and people see me, when people hear my story, there is a belief that I am standing, the founder is standing in the forefront. And when we are inviting the customers to see our factories and to see how it is made, the trust factor only grows.
That really makes sense, ma'am. People just don't buy products, they buy into a story, a feeling attached behind it.
Absolutely. And for a founder to start a business, it has to be a purpose behind it. For me, the purpose of the whole product line change was very difficult. It was not easy. A lot of bottles came back to me.
Okay.
Saying that the taste has become different now. It was with ghee earlier, it was crunchier earlier, and now it doesn't taste that good. So that was the point when I thought I should start talking about the problems and why have I changed the product line.
Actually, this was my next question. Do you remember your first customer review that someone gave about your products, and how did that change your journey and your way of marketing the product as well as the taste of the product? And how much customer reviews matter, and how do you get those customer reviews?
Customer is a king.
Yes.
It was in the earlier books that you had read about marketing. Now also the same holds. Customer is the king. Customer has to be educated. Customer does not know the why of what we are doing. If we are promoting no oil, why no oil? What is the difference if you are having an oily chips which is refined, and what is the difference between having a food which has a lot of fiber? So the customer needs to be educated.
And right, that connection with your audience while keeping the quality intact is something that makes loyalty stronger.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if you have to describe Bliss by Anju in one sentence, what would it be?
It will be passion with a purpose, and which is leading to progress.
So that's the whole philosophy behind Bliss by Anju. All right.
So, ma'am, for us, we are very young MBA students, and our audience is also going to be MBA students. So, right now, we are studying a lot about financial metrics and what all is required in the industry. So, coming to your startup, according to you, what are the three financial metrics you always target in your business, and why are they very important?
So three essentials, yes, an important question is top of the line, which everyone should be knowing is the cash flow to the turnover ratio.
Okay.
Then the other part is the your receivables to your debt ratio.
Hmm.
And the last one is not the least, your CAC to the LTV.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, so how much have you invested in your startup till now, and how much EBITDA and how much positive are you right now?
Right now, it's a bootstrap.
Okay, it's completely bootstrapped.
Yeah, it's completely bootstrap, and we have not asked for any investments, though people have been forthcoming, seeing the cause and the purpose and the growth. There is a good amount of growth in the company, but right now I am growing slow, one step at a time, and it is a bootstrap company right now.
Ma'am, another question that many of us have in our mind was that your cause and your solution is very important for the audience, for all the people right now. But the market in India is still quite niche. So, how are you planning to expand? And secondly, why haven't you moved to exports as well? Because in other countries, this market has expanded a lot, especially after the COVID, as compared to Indian audience. And there also you can make a lot of profit if you expand it outside. So, what is one thing that is stopping you from expanding outside? And what are your plans for growing nationally as well?
Yes, in future point of time, we will be getting into export market. But right now, to tell you about the journey, it only started expanding 17 months back to offline stores, where I entered big stores like Modern Bazaar, Food Stories, La Marche. And just 3 months back, we started on online channels like Amazon and all. So the growth has been very good, but it is like very, very recent, which the expansion to offline stores is. And of course, seeing the journey, we will be expanding into the exports definitely.
So for our audience that are watching right now, so in which stores can we find you in offline? And in online, you are available on Blinkit, Amazon, Zepto, and every quick
Not,
commerce?
no,
Okay.
not Zepto. We are in Food Stories. We started with Food Stories. And
Okay.
we are not only in Delhi with them, we are in Bangalore and Hyderabad also with
Okay.
Food Stories. In La Marche, you can find us. In Modern Bazaar, you can find us. So these are the top stores right now that we are in. Very soon we will be in Nature Basket as well, which is in South Point, Gurgaon. Offline, yes, 3 months back we started with Amazon. We're getting very good reviews and feedback from Amazon. And Blinkit, yes, one or two products are there on Blinkit, but Blinkit is more of a necessity kind of a 10 minutes delivery. So we are not doing that well on Blinkit, but yes, Amazon, we are good.
What is your growth strategy to grow in these online channels?
Growth strategy on the online channels is everything that I make is the best ratio of profits that I get is from through my own sales, direct sales,
Okay.
and through my own website.
So what is the percentage change in direct sales and through online?
Right now, we have offline sales as a greater percent,
Okay.
and even my direct sales on website also is good. And a part of it is just coming. Amazon is just started developing just 3 months, so not enough time to just have a good judgment on that.
Okay.
You're building over it.
Yes.
Okay.
So, as someone from Gen Z, I see how mental health plays an important role among the students and young professionals nowadays. Even I've noticed how balancing placements, academics, and personal life can be
Yeah.
overwhelming for myself too. So, I would love to know, as a founder, how do you manage mental health and keep yourself grounded?
For me, a day starts very early when I talk about leave as naturally as you can. I get up at 4 o'clock. I have my time for my own self to have a deep thinking where the world is sleeping and you have your thoughts, your mind is very clear, your connection to the universe is very clear. So I also have a lot of affirmations. I put a lot of affirmations, and then I have my walks. I always want to go out in nature for walks. For me, a go to nature park is Sundar Nursery. Every day I'm there. And then there is an exercise routine, there is a yoga routine, which is all completed in 3 to 4 hours in the morning. And then I'm in back to office with a fresh mind, always with a lot of good ideas by 10 o'clock. I'm in the factory.
That's really practical advice. I think the connect with the nature is not an optional thing for us. It's like a mandatory.
It opens you up. I can
Yeah.
see the back of your wall, which is all with plants.
So, ma'am, there's a new theme that has been started in past few years, that is work-life balance. So, what do you mean by work-life balance, and is it very important, or is just a hyped up term used by Gen Zs right now?
No, it's not a hyped up term, work-life balance. Everything has to be in balance. Your meals have to be in balance, your exercise has to be in balance, and your work has to be in balance. It should not be. So if you are putting in, let's say, 10 hours or 20 hours of work, how long will you be able to put that? You have to see for yourself. So
Okay.
if you start with a balance, you will go for a longer inning. rather than, putting in everything in today's world, and then
Okay. And
you will
ma'am,
not be able to sustain.
okay.
Hmm.
And
Balance is essential.
ma'am, you told about your journey, like how you manage yourself. But there must be some days when you will be very frustrated, say with your team or with someone fight with some of your friends or something like that. So at that time, how do you manage your emotion? Because as a leader and as founder, you have to manage your emotion and talk to the team in a way that they don't get offended. So what is your um, 2 cents on that, how to manage that emotion within yourself and not to flow with the emotion and say anything to the team or something like that?
I have never ever felt like that. I am always very, very at peace with myself. Even whatever, I think a good amount of meditation and spiritual health, which I have balanced me sail through any kind of condition.
The maybe moments when you realize that you cannot do something or everything yourself by yourself. So you need to rely on your team. So how do you manage through that situation?
So absolutely, when I started from my kitchen, everything it was small. Everything I was doing myself. But from the last 17 months, when we have started building up this company as a private limited company, the sales went through offline and online. We have a marketing team. We have a sales team. Uh, for me, I am more of a creative person, and I always say that I am the mind, and my team is my body. So we make a complete picture.
So when you start something new or have a new startup, one of the most important thing is having a vision and having a core understanding of each other. You have a great vision, but how did you create a good team? How do you have people that you can trust, you can rely on? How do you find those members or the parts of your body that can act what your mind is thinking right now?
Absolutely. So the body has to be there in coordination with the mind.
Yes, ma'am.
So for me, my team is very important. As I take care of my children, they're all my children. And I take care of their health by having regular yoga sessions in my factory. I take care of everyone because that thing of purpose is drilled deep into them also.
Okay.
And they take care and they know that कुछ हो रहा है हाथ पे यहाँ पे देखो मैं बताऊंगी.
Ma'am.
So the sense of purpose that we have started with has been drilled deep into them also. And when the team is learning as you are learning, and they are appreciated and they are made to feel important, I think these are two important things in a team as a founder who should always take care of the team in this way.
Okay, ma'am.
I can relate it so much. Like in our ESL also, our team is the backbone thing. And today, as if we are conducting this podcast, it's because of the efforts that they have put in
Yes.
for this day. Yeah.
So the appreciation and a big clap is good for them.
Yeah.
Though they are at the back end.
Surely.
Ma'am, I heard many times in your answer that how important meditation and spirituality is for anyone, any individual.
Yes.
So, do you think that schools, colleges, and offices should start having these sessions regularly as it helps in team bonding and having mental peace? And how important part it has now become in our lifestyle,
Absolutely, a must in every office. Some kind of a physical activity.
Okay.
Or a gym. I think all these big companies they do have gyms.
Yes, ma'am. They have started
do have
gyms.
some workout areas. They even do have some kind of a relaxation areas also. So companies somewhere are taking care of their employees like this. And of course, the outdoors activity also is very important. And I think big companies do take care of their employees well.
So, for students aspiring to enter into D2C or wellness space, whether in marketing, finance, or operations, what's one most important lesson or spot that they should be aware of from the start on? Like, where do you think they should focus their efforts or build a strong foundation in?
Only one advice for people starting D2C in any business. they should first focus on the need, the customer, what the customer needs. You should not be making a product and then finding your customers. The customer should have a need, the market should have a need, and the market should have that gap that you are thinking of getting into. So if you have and if you could pinpoint on those customers' emotions, your business will definitely do well.
There should be a problem to find a solution for.
There should be a gap in the market.
Okay.
Existing gap you have to find. Like I found a gap.
Hmm.
I found a gap between a product which is healthy and it was not tasty.
Okay.
So I made a tasty product.
So, ma'am, you found your starting was like you found a gap, you made a healthy product.
Yes.
But what was the next step after building that healthy product? How did you market your product and how did you reach till here?
Being an artisanal product, I can also show you that the product which I've been talking about is all handmade. And वो डब्बा निकल गया यहाँ से खुला हुआ था इसको खोलना
इसको खोल दो, मैम.
पानी खोलना पड़ेगा
Okay, let me open it.
नहीं पहुंचा
So,
Let's just show to the वो ना उसमें भी कैमरे में भी
So
बना.
when we talk about ऐसे खोल के रख
हल्का सा.
नहीं ऐसे कर
you have big nails. Sorry.
No, I do not
अरे
have
लाओ
it.
तुम
They are good marketeers.
इतना स्ट्रगल नहीं दिखा
वो थोड़ा कैमरा में दिखा सकते हैं थोड़ा खोलते टाइम.
वो मैंने कहा था खुला हुआ था तो you see how tightly we pack.
See the packaging, guys.
See the pack.
Airtight.
Yeah, airtight. So as I'm talking about my product, which is a cookie, and why I'm talking about a healthy and a tasty product, every cookie you can see is done by hand, and it is full of nuts, it is full of pista, and it is full of cashews, and that is what it gives you a crunch. And this is what the biscuit is, and people will not believe that it has no oil and it has no ghee into it, and it is without dairy. So somewhere I have found a gap where the taste was missing. Unless the healthy product is tasty, people will not form a habit. Unless it is form a habit, you will never reverse your will.
So coming to this product, how long did that product take to be made? Like for this biscuits are handmade.
Yeah.
So how long did it take to make the whole package?
The package.
Yeah.
Also, can you tell me the shelf life of these products?
The shelf life is all lab tested. It is 6 months till the time you open the cookie box. If it is packed and not opened, the shelf life is 6 months. Once you open, 1.5 month you have to just because it turns soggy. It is without any kind of preservatives. And even if a chips which is full of preservatives, you just open in 10 minutes, it will go bad. So that you have to take care of the humidity in India. And making a cookie, yes, it takes about 20 minutes to half an hour
Okay.
to have a batch of 5 kgs.
Okay.
Because you have your processes in line, it will not take much time.
Okay. Coming to your sector, like your D2C sector, one of the problems and one of the solutions that is coming up recently is creating your own niche. Like what happened with the sneakers market, they started creating a niche and now they are in a main market. Like people are paying lakhs of rupees for those sneakers. So how do you create a niche? How do you create a community for people to buy these products? I want to know your journey. How did you create a community?
So for me, finding a community was not was not difficult because when I was doing all this and I was talking on my own channels about health, there was a founder, Dr. Nandita Shah, who came to me. She is the founder of Sharan.
Okay.
She runs a community which is educating people towards the lifestyle and change in their lifestyle and inculcating healthy habits and also somewhere a compassion towards animals. So she had come to me, and I'm a facilitator of Sharan too. So for me, a community was came very easy, and now with my sales, all the customers are a part of my community because everywhere, somewhere they have a query about how to go healthy and how to stop medications because in every household there is a person with a lifestyle ailment.
So, ma'am, is it the is it the commitment of making so many packages stopping you from expanding nationally, or is it that you are trying to first educate and then start the marketing and the selling of your products? What is it?
Exactly. Education is a must in this segment, especially because there are a lot of perceived healthy products available in the market. Bliss by Anju comes in as a great differentiator where there is no oil, no ghee. And yes, customer has to be educated through community. And while we are doing community shows, people are now drawn towards the product. And I can proudly say 75% of my market is repeat customer market. They're already aware and it is spreading through their relations and friend circle.
So you're right now focusing more on word of mouth as compared to going into deep into marketing strategy. But once you have created the whole community, then you will go towards more marketing strategies. That's what I get from the conversation till now. That's right.
Yes, it has spread through word of mouth, definitely, and through word of mouth also. The big stores have come in. I had no marketing strategy to start with. It only started when the big stores founders and owners started calling me that they want my product in their stores. And this is how an organic growth of the company is happening, one step at a time, and I'm enjoying the progress.
So one point for our audience and all the students that you are watching right now, it's not about how you market your products, it's about the value, the value, the story behind, and the quality of the product that matters a lot. So focus on that more than marketing and PR. Since marketing and PR can last till 3 or 4 months, but the value and the taste of the product, it will last till the lifetime. Coming to the next section. Yes, Simran.
Alright, so I want to ask if you could give your 2018 when you started this Bliss by Anju,
Yeah.
letter of the day to yourself.
Okay.
When you started this, what would it say?
Okay, it will say, Dear 2018, I am so glad and happy that you came in my life. You gave me independence, you gave me a purpose to live, and you also showed me the light towards my bliss. I am very, very thankful to 2018, and I am always thinking about it. Let every student and let every person have that kind of an year in the life which makes them think.
That's an amazing lesson that we are learning from you. Coming to another point, like if you have to start your business, or someone in our community or the audience watching right now want to start the same business right now, what all things you will do differently that you did in 2018, and what are the three advices that you will give to that person or yourself?
Start a business.
Same
Yes.
business in 2025, or any audience member who want to get into this business, what are the advices that you will give and what differently you will do that you did in 2018?
Okay, so same business, yes. This is a new business. I could say we just started when I told you just 17 years back, 17 months back when we started to expand. That would have been the first strategy of mine to go into an area. After testing the product, I would not have taken that long from 2018 to 2024 or 23 when we started expanding. That was a very long time,
Yeah.
which I developed as a hobby, and I was doing my business as a hobby. I was not very like serious about doing it as a business. But when I started getting compliments and testimonials from the customer, I really thought that the customers, this is the need of the hour, and I must expand. So this is about a new expansion only when I started.
Also, I think the consumers nowadays are becoming more aware
Yes.
and more prone to these like handmade
Yes.
stuffs than the ones that are already
Absolutely.
packaged.
I would really say stay close to your customers, stay close to your customers' feedback, and just listen to what they want.
Okay. And ma'am, what are your views on, like, one of the main aspects of a founder and as a leader is to adapt to new technology, adapt to new policies. So, how are you adapting to the new technology? Like, for example, with the advent of AI in all industries, how Bliss by Anju is going to change or adapt itself. For example, right now there are AI driven wellness programs that have been started by companies. There are AI driven health checkups that people are doing right now.
Yeah.
So where does Bliss by Anju make its space in AI?
Right now, how AI is helping me is through my marketing campaigns that I'm doing myself on LinkedIn, making reels and talking about my product. Of course, AI is helping me out in making the whole strategy as to how it should go further. But the only thing, a major gap between the AI and what I think is the lack of emotions. And there somewhere, you have to really tweak that whole AI function to bring to your own thought process. And I think, yes, it is a big plus plus. AI is a big plus plus. And maybe a later stage, I may have an app, which is a Bliss by Anju app.
Okay. Coming to the last section of our amazing podcast journey, we have divided this section in two parts, a myth buster and a rapid fire. So, ma'am, let's start with myth buster.
Okay.
So, according to you, you can be a good and successful entrepreneur if you have a revolutionary one of a kind idea. Is it a myth or a reality according to
It's a
Anju Ma'am?
reality. Your idea has to be unique.
Okay. The second one is you need lakhs in funding to start a business.
This is a myth.
Why?
Your idea is worth millions.
Oh, okay. Keep your idea secret or someone will steal it.
Reality. There are a lot
Did
of
that
people
happen?
right now, but the purpose drives your idea.
Okay. So you have to be a tech genius or a business shark to be a founder.
You have to be a business shark, not a tech genius. I'm not. But yes, I have a lot of business ideas and I dwell on my ideas.
Being busy is not a badge of honor. Being effective is.
Being effective is really, really important. Being busy is not. You
Okay.
can be busy with a lot of other things which are unproductive.
Let's move on to the rapid fire now.
Sure.
One health myth you wish people would stop believing.
प्रोटीन कहाँ से आएगा? ना अंडा ना मीट.
So what should they start believing in?
Every item in the market, vegetable or any kind of fruit, everything has protein in it. Pick up any item and just Google, it will have protein.
Okay.
All right, so one book or podcast or a resource that inspired your entrepreneurial mindset.
Yes, I was very inspired by Mr. Shiv Khera, and his book is You Can Win.
Okay.
Where this line really changed me, where it is winners don't do different things, they do things differently.
Differently.
Okay.
Yes.
And the podcast can be business lens that can inspire millions of people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why not? Revolution in the market of snack is Bliss by Anju, and a revolution of this idea is your business.
Business lens wise. So guys, subscribe to our channel.
That's right.
Support us in any way you can.
And if Bliss by Anju had a tagline for your philosophy, what do you think it would be?
My tagline would be say yes to no oil, say yes to no ghee, say yes to no gluten, say yes to no dairy, say yes to no refined.
One piece of advice for your younger self.
One piece of advice to my younger self is take care of your health because there is a long gestation period between your health now and your ailment to happen later on. You have reversed it right now, but it may not have been the case.
Lastly, but not the least, one line of wisdom for every student dreaming of starting up.
You think from your heart and feel from your mind.
That's such an amazing line. So there's one audience question that someone asked for us to ask to you, and the question was that if you had unlimited resources, what moonshot idea would you launch under Bliss?
One moonshot idea which has always been in me, if I have a lot of money and investments, I will launch lifestyle co-work spaces
Okay.
where you will work as much as you can with a healthy food environment and also in the greens.
Actually, like being powerful is the key.
Yes. Being in nature and also working. That's a work-life balance again.
What an absolute incredible journey, ma'am. We started this conversation talking about a battle for health, and we're ending it with blueprint for building a legacy. And the most important thing that I can take from this conversation was one line that you said in the starting, that it's the right time to move away from doctors and towards farmers and see what we are eating, what we are getting from the farmers. And this is the need of the hour, not only for our country but for the world.
Exactly. That yes to no oil, no ghee. And your story is a powerful reminder that the most revolutionary ideas don't always come from a boardroom. It can always be an idea that necessitates the personal necessity in a being. So you just don't need to create a product. You created a solution to your own problem and then shared with amongst us.
So to everyone listening to us right now and all the new speakers that are going to listen, let's take a pause for a moment. Think about that one problem in your life or in the world around you, and that you just can't ignore. Anju Ma'am journey teaches us that your greatest challenge might just hiding your greatest purpose. So don't wait for permission. Start small, be authentic, and build something that matters, like what our esteemed guest has done.
Surely, all thanks to our esteemed Alam.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you so much. And one piece which is coming to my mind is everyone out there, be compassionate, be humble, be simple. Try and always see that you are not hurting anyone while you are eating your food every day. Thank you.
surely you have given us all a recipe of resilience.
So this has been the Business Lens. Follow us on all our social media channel, Instagram channel, YouTube channel, and subscribe so don't miss our next episode. Until then, find your purpose and build your bliss.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you, ma'am.
Cheers.
This is the Business Lens, next unicorns out the den. It's time for you to pick the pen, inspire an entire gen. It's never too late for you to start or to stand apart. Believe in self when no one does. Revive yourself when nothing works. Just one step away from the next revolution. Welcome to DBE, Sell for entrepreneurs who have a story to tell or a business to sell. We welcome all great mind businesses of all kind with extraordinary brands. Let's see what unwinds at the Business Lens. We are the Business Lens. Welcome to the Business Lens. This is the Business Lens.